Hello everyone. Today we will derive the time domain expression for the series RC circuit. We will also verify the time constant practically. So first of all, let's say just derive the equation of time constant tau for series RC circuit. It is very important for knowing the charging action of the capacitor, that how capacitor will get charged and how it will get discharged. Right, so we'll just use the equation of time constant tau to verify the charging and discharging action of the capacitor. So here this is the circuit diagram for the series RC circuit. Here we have one voltage source V. We have connected it with a two-way switch. Here I am connecting a two-way switch with resistance, and this is my capacitor. So if I turn on this switch at any time t is equals to t1, if I turn on this switch at any time t is equals to t1, then this will be the current passing through the circuit, and let's say this current is I. Now as this current is passing through the capacitor, so we can say it is the capacitive in the nature. So I is equals to C dVc by dt. So we can give this equation like this. Now if I apply the KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law in this circuit, so apply Kirchhoff's voltage law in the circuit. Now if I write the equation of KVL in this circuit, then I can write that V is equals to applied voltage, V is equals to VR, that means voltage drop across the resistance, plus VC, that means voltage drop across the capacitor. Now here we know that V is equals to VR is equals to I into R plus VC, right? VR is equals to I into R, voltage drop across the resistor, plus VC. So if we put value of I in this equation, then our voltage equation will be R into C dVc by dt plus VC. This will be my equation. Now in this equation, we are particularly interested for VC, capacitor voltage. So we'll make all the voltage term on the one side and rest of the terms on the other side. So let us just rewrite this equation, and we can write over here V minus VC is upon RC is equals to dVc by dt. Now if I rewrite this equation again, then I can write like this: V minus Vc upon dVc is equals to RC by dt. Okay, and finally I will get this equation: dVc upon V minus Vc is equals to dt by RC. Let's say this is my equation number 2, right? Now as I said, I am particularly interested for this term Vc, so we should take integration on both the sides to remove the term of t. So let us just integrating both sides, integrating both sides. So if I take the integration on both sides, so we can write like this: dVc upon V minus Vc is equals to integration plus k is equals to integration dt by RC. Now here k is our integration constant. So here we can write इसका integration minus ln V minus Vc is equals plus k plus integration constant k is equals to T by RC. Now here, to find out the value of k, we should take the initial condition. We should assume the initial condition. So this is my integration constant. Now for finding out k, let us assume initial condition. Now what is the initial condition? That means at any time t is equals to t1, I have turned on this switch. Now before at time t is equals to t1, let's say time t is equals to 0, what was the situation in this circuit? So there was no current flowing in this circuit at time t is equals to 0, right? And voltage across the capacitor Vc is also 0. So here we can write at time t is equals to 0, voltage across the capacitor is also 0. So if you put these values in this equation, so time t is equals to 0, so these terms will be cancelled out, right? And this term will also be cancelled out because Vc will be cancelled out. So here we can write my integration constant k is equals to ln V. My integration constant is equals to k is equals to ln V. Now let's put this value of k in this equation number 3. Right? We will put this value of k in this equation number 3. So let us just put this in the equation number 3 and rewrite our equation. So if we rewrite our equation, then it will be like this: minus of ln V minus Vc plus ln V is equals to T by RC. T by RC. So here the subtraction of the two logarithmic terms, so we can again rewrite it. So ln of V upon V minus Vc is equals to T by RC is equals to T by RC. Now here I don't require this ln term because ultimately again I am interested for the term Vc. Right? I am interested for the term Vc over here. So we can again rewrite V upon V minus Vc is equals to e raised to T by RC is equals to T raised to RC. So I am interested for this Vc, right? So here we can write Vc is equals to V minus V into e raised to minus T by RC. E raised to minus T by RC. So if I tell this RC as my time constant tau, so here I am again writing this equation. So here my time constant tau is equals to RC. So if I put this in equation number 4, then my equation will be Vc is equals to V into 1 minus V is equals to 1 minus e raised to minus T by tau minus T by tau, 1 minus e raised to minus T by tau. Now this is my actual equation of this equation number 5 is my actual equation for charging of the capacitor. V is equals to V into 1 minus e raised to minus T by tau. So what we can achieve from this equation? Now let us just understand the charging action of the capacitor through this equation. So let me just draw the graph for that. So I am drawing the graph for the capacitor charging. So on the x-axis I am taking time t or time constant tau. So here this is the tau and it's a time axis. And this is the capacitor charging, that means Vc, right? So here I am dividing into the ultimately sum of the portions. So first one as 0, here I am taking tau, this is my 2 tau, this is my 3 tau, this is my 4 tau, this is my 5 tau. Okay, now let us just put the time t is equals to tau in this equation. If I put time t is equals to tau in this equation, then my equation will be Vc is equals to V into 1 minus e raised to minus 1. So if you solve this, you will get that Vc is equals to 0.632 into V. 0.632 into V. Now this V is nothing but our supply voltage. You can also write as V in, right? So if you calculate into the percentage term, then Vc is equals to 63.2% of the maximum voltage. 63.2% of the maximum voltage at time t is equals to tau. So if I draw the position this graph, then at time t is equals to 0, if you put time t यहाँ पे tau की जगह आप 0 पुट करेंगे, then you will analyze कि आपका voltage जो है वो 0 है. Now at time t is equals to tau, at time t is equals to tau, your voltage across the capacitor, your voltage across the capacitor is 63.2% of the maximum voltage V in, right? In fact, let's say example, if I am taking voltage V is equals to 5 volt over here, अगर मैं यहाँ पर 5 volt दे रहा हूँ, that means what will happen? 5 volt of 63.2% of the 5 volt, that means it will be near about 3.20 volt, right? V in, that means the 63.2% of the 5 volt is 3.2%. So here that is the thing, 63.2% of the V input. Now if we put again t is equals to 2 tau, 3 tau, 4 tau and let's say 5 tau. If I put t is equals to 5 tau, then I will analyze k e raised to, there will be minus 5, e raised to minus 1/5, right? So t is equals to, यहाँ पे मैं अगर 5 tau put करूँगा, so 5 tau will be cancelled and there will be the minus 5, okay? And that will be something about 99.2%, that means almost 100%. That means the capacitor will get fully charged. The capacitor will get fully charged at time t is equals to 5 tau. At time t is equals to 5 tau. So this exponential graph, it is just like in characteristic because we are getting e raised to exponential term in our equation. So आपका graph जो है that will be must in the exponential manner, and at time t is equals to 5 tau, at time t is equals to 5 tau, I am getting maximum voltage Vm. That means 5 volt. If I am taking my supply voltage 5, then this will be the 5 volt. So this is the charging action of the capacitor. Now from this equation we can take one more important conclusion, that the charging of the capacitor will totally depend on the time constant tau, that means the parameters R and C. Whatever the value of R and whatever the value of C you choose, depend on that the charging of the capacitor will behave, right? So let us just take one example for this. Let's say my resistance value is 100 ohm and I am choosing the capacitor of 1 Faraday, right? Then time constant tau will be of 100 seconds. Right, time constant tau will be of 100 seconds. So here I am getting the time constant tau is equals to 100 seconds. Now the meaning of that, the capacitor charging will reach at 63.2% after 100 seconds, and capacitor will get fully charged at 5 tau. That means total 500 seconds. So my capacitor will get fully charged at 500 seconds. So this is the charging action of the capacitor. Now similarly you can also take the equation for discharging curve, and you can also plot the discharging action of the capacitor. Now this discharging will ultimately happen if I turn off this switch at any time. So what will happen? The capacitor is fully charged and now this capacitor will discharge across this resistance, right? So for that I again need to apply the KVL in this loop. and you can derive the equation for the discharging of the capacitor as well, and you can analyze the discharging curve for the capacitor. And now we'll verify our this experimentally. We will verify this charging action, and we will also verify the time constant tau practically. Good morning everyone. This is the circuit diagram for transient analysis in series RC circuit. This is the DC voltage source, and here we'll have the one DC source, right? As shown in circuit diagram, this is the two-way switch. So we'll have the same two-way switch over here, right? It has the three terminals. We'll use one 220 ohm rheostat. So this is the resistance of 220 ohm, and this is the capacitor, and capacitor's value is 1000 microfarad, right? 1000 microfarad. So first of all, we will connect this circuit as per the circuit diagram. So here first we will connect from DC supply to the switch first terminal. So here it is indicated from the DC supply, it is connected to the switch bottom terminal. So we will connect this bottom terminal of the switch first. Then the middle terminal of the two-way switch is connected to the rheostat. So we will connect the middle terminal with the rheostat. And the second terminal of the rheostat is connected with the positive terminal of the capacitor. So we'll connect the second terminal of the rheostat to the positive terminal of the capacitor. So here it is connected with the positive terminal of the capacitor, okay, and the negative terminal of the capacitor and is connected to the again DC supply is negative, and one terminal is connected to the upper portion of the switch. So for discharging, it is for the discharging purpose. So this is the one wire that I am taking. One terminal is from the second terminal of the rheostat, and one terminal is going to the upper portion or upper point of the switch. So our circuit diagram is now completed. Okay, and now we'll measure the voltage across the capacitor in the DSO. So this is the positive pin for the DSO probe, and this is the negative pin for the DSO probe. So we'll connect like this, one to the positive of the positive plate of the capacitor, and negative to the negative plate of the capacitor like this. Now we'll turn on the supply, and we'll make the 5 volt on the DC supply. Okay, so we have settled the 5 volt of the DC supply, and now we'll turn on the switch and we'll observe the waveform in the DSO. So you can just see this waveform. So you can see this is the 5 volt that we are getting through the capacitor, but this is the steady state waveform. We are only interested in the transient. So here it is again 0. So we'll stop at the transient portion waveform. So I am just turning on it. Okay, so let us do again once.
Okay, so here you can see in the DSO now this is the portion of the transient that we have studied, and this is the steady state portion. So now we are going to find out the tau from this waveform. So we'll set the cursors first. So first cursor will be settled at 0 point, the waveform starting when we have turned on the switch. And the cursor number 2 will be settled at, so maximum voltage is 5 here, steady state voltage. So as per the equation, we need to find out the 63.2% of the 63.2% of the 5 volt, right? Because we'll have the equation that is the V is equals to Vm into 1 minus e raised to minus t by tau. So if we put here t is equals to tau, if we put t is equals to tau in this equation, right, then we'll have V is equals to Vm 0.632. That means 63.2% of the maximum voltage. So here we need to find out the 63.2% of the 5 volt, and we'll settle the second cursor on the DSO on that particular voltage. So let's say it's 3.2, and so here there is a voltage of 3.2 volt, and the time between the two cursor is 220 millisecond. So here we can see that our tau is 220 millisecond, right? This is my original value of tau. Right, now we'll just verify this tau with the two, as we know that in RC circuit tau is equals to R into C, right? R into C. That means we'll have the value of resistance of 220 ohm, right? And the capacitance is 1000 microfarad. Now if you multiply these two, we'll have tau is equals to exactly 220 millisecond, right? So in this manner we can verify our time constant tau. Here also we are getting the tau value is 220 millisecond, right? So in this manner we can verify the time constant for the RC circuit. Thank you.